Hello guys, today in this session we will discuss about the hepatic portal system. Hepatic portal system. Okay, now it is a system which includes the hepatic portal vein. Not a system, but what includes? It includes hepatic portal vein that carries blood from which organ to which organ? It carries blood from intestine to liver, and after liver where it goes? It goes to systemic circulation. Okay. Now it is a hepatic portal system, which is a system which includes hepatic portal vein. Look here, it is hepatic portal vein. And from hepatic portal vein, it is connection between intestine to the liver. And then it delivers to the systemic circulation. Okay. Now, hepatic portal system. Okay. Now, hepatic portal system includes what? Hepatic portal system includes hepatic vein. Hepatic vein. Hepatic vein is present in between which organs? It is present between intestine to liver. So, intestine to liver. Okay, it is present between intestine to liver. Now, intestine. Here it is intestine to liver. Intestine to liver. Okay, from liver it goes to the systemic circulation. Systemic circulation. Okay, from liver it goes to systemic circulation. This is the hepatic portal system. Hepatic portal system contains of hepatic portal vein that is present between intestine to liver. Here it is liver. Okay, it is liver. This liver. Okay, it is liver. It is a hepatic portal system. Hepatic vein, intestine to liver, systemic circulation. This is the first. Now we will see the next one. Oh shit. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Now we will see about the coronary circulatory system. First I will rub this. Okay. Wait a minute, I will. Okay. Now Okay, this is the coronary circulatory system. Now the points are, these are the coronary artery. Now first we will see what it functions. Now it is a system of coronary vessels. It includes coronary vessels that circulate blood to and from the cardiac musculature. Okay. Now this includes the system between cardiac muscles and cardiac vessels. As here, cardiac blood from cardiac musculature. Cardiac muscle from, it takes blood from the cardiac muscle and gives blood to the cardiac muscles. That means the heart circulatory system. This is the one. Okay. Now coronary circulation. Okay, coronary circulation. Now coronary circulation, it takes blood from the cardiac musculature and gives the blood to the cardiac musculature. Gives and takes blood from which? Cardiac musculature. Okay, cardiac musculature. Okay, gives and takes blood from the cardiac musculature. This is the first. Now we will see the second one. Okay. Okay, I think we have completed the coronary musculature. Now we will see the regulation of heart. Okay, now we will see. Now, our heart is what type of heart? Myogenic heart. So our heart is myogenic heart. So the medulla oblongata regulates cardiac activity through ANS. That means, and the brain, that is a center called medulla oblongata. It regulates the heart rate through which it is ANS. That means autonomic nervous system. Okay. We will write about this later. Now, sympathetic system of nerves increase the rate of heartbeat, so the strength of ventricular contraction and cardiac output. Now, the ANS is divided of sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now, sympathetic will increase the rate of heartbeat, the strength of ventricular contraction and cardiac output, while the opposites of parasympathetic, now it is sympathetic and it is parasympathetic. Parasympathetic and sympathetic are opposite one. Now, first we will see about these two. Medulla oblongata controls the heartbeat through two types of nerves: sympathetic, parasympathetic. With the help of the parasympathetic, the heartbeat, ventricular contraction, and cardiac output will increase. While with the help of parasympathetic, it will decrease. Okay. Now we will start fourth. Now, cardiac rate. Okay, cardiac rate. Now, with the help of the medulla oblongata, there are two nerves. Okay. Now, there are medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. Through medulla oblongata, through medulla oblongata, there are two one. nervous system. From ANS, there are two types: sympathetic, and the parasympathetic. Okay, sympathetic and parasympathetic. The sympathetic will try to increase, while parasympathetic will decrease. Now we will write this. Okay, cardiac rate, ventricle contraction, and the cardiac output. Okay, now these three will try this with the help of the parasympathetic, it will increase. Okay, with the help of the sympathetic, it will increase. With the help of the parasympathetic, it will decrease. Okay, okay. Now see the cardiac rate with the help of medulla oblongata. Wait a second, I will rub medulla oblongata. Okay, I think it will not rub. Okay. Now this is the medulla oblongata, cardiac rate, medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata has ANS. Through the ANS, it will have ANS and parasympathetic. Now the sympathetic will try to increase, while the parasympathetic will try to decrease. What they try to increase or decrease? The cardiac rate, ventricular contraction, and the cardiac output. This is the cardiac controlation method, first one. Now we will see the next. Okay, this is the next. Okay, here they have given adrenal first. Adrenal medullary hormone increase the rate. How it will increase the rate? They have given. Okay, I will write here. Adrenal medulla. So adrenal medulla has hormones. They try to increase. Okay, what they do? They will try to increase. I hope this is not visible to you. Okay, adrenal medulla they try to increase. Okay, they try to increase. Yeah, increase. They try to increase. Now we will see, we have completed the blood vascular system. Now we will see the lymphatic system now. Now the lymphatic system we will see now. First, okay. Okay. Now what it includes? It includes lymph vessels and lymph nodes. So it includes lymph vessels and lymph nodes or glands. Now as the blood passes through the capillaries, here they have given as the blood passes through the capillaries, in the tissues some water and soluble water are filtered out from the plasma to the intercellular spaces. So there are some water and soluble substances that are filtered out. From where it is filtered out? It is filtered out from the plasma to the intercellular spaces to form tissue or interstitial fluid. So when at the capillaries, from the blood, some water and some soluble substances are filtered out from plasma to the interstitial spaces. It forms the tissue fluid. Now it has same mineral distribution as the plasma. So the plasma and the lymphatic system, the lymph fluid will have the same composition. Some tissue fluid enters lymphatic system and the tissue fluid in them is called lymph. Now there are some interstitial fluid. It will enter into the lymphatic system. Okay? Some will enter into the lymphatic system. After that, there are some fluid left. That is called lymph. Now, and it drains back to the major veins. It drains back to the major veins. So it has lymph. It has the lymph vessels and lymph glands. Now through the capillaries, the blood will come from the plasma. And there are some water and soluble substances that are filtered out. And they will go to the interstitial spaces and that are called as interstitial fluid. Now the interstitial fluid and the plasma have the same mineral content or distribution. So now after that it enters to the lymphatic system, and the one which are left there is called the lymph. Now it drains back to the major veins. Okay. Now lymphatic system. Okay. Now lymphatic system will consist of lymph, lymph glands, now lymph ducts. Okay. Now the capillaries. Okay, these are the capillaries. Okay, these are the capillaries from which there are two types of fluids: plasma and the lymph fluid. Okay, plasma and lymph fluid. Now lymph fluid is also known as interstitial fluid. Interstitial fluid. Okay, interstitial fluid. Now the plasma and the lymphatic fluid have the same composition, same content, you can say. Same content. Okay, it has the same content. Now some of the will drain into the major veins. Go back to major veins. Okay, they will go back to the major veins. This is the lymph fluid, and the fluid is present is called lymph. Fluid is known as the lymph. The fluid is lymph. Okay, now we have completed the lymphatic system first. Now the second one. Okay. Now, lymph is a colorless fluid containing lymphocytes. Okay. Lymph is a colorless fluid which it contains the lymphocytes. Now this is the diagram. Okay. Now it is the tissue fluid and the tissue fluid absorbed. Now here it is formed and here it is absorbed. And it is from the artery, it goes to the body cells, and from tissue fluid, body cell. When used, it goes to the blood. Now it is about blood plasma, capillaries. Now it is the lymph system. Now let's see and copy this all if we have possibility. Now we will see about the functions. Okay, first lymph is the middleman between blood and tissues. So between blood and tissue there is a man. First suppose it is called the middleman. Tissue fluid helps to exchange nutrients, gases between the blood and cells. Nutrients, gases between the blood and cells. So it is known as middleman between blood and tissues. So it will help to exchange nutrients, gases between blood and cells. Now it carries plasma proteins synthesized in liver to the blood. So in the blood there are plasma proteins synthesized. It will go to the blood with the help of the lymph. Transport digested fats through lactease in the intestinal villi, fat soluble vitamins, hormones. From the liver it carries plasma proteins. From the intestinal villi it carries digested fats and fat soluble vitamins, hormones and so on. Now filtration of bacteria and foreign products. So if there are foreign bad particles and bacteria, they will filter it. Lymph node produce WBC and antibodies. So it will produce WBC as well as antibodies. Okay. First it is known as the middleman between blood and tissues. After that it will exchange nutrients, gases, between blood and cells. After that in the liver, plasma proteins are synthesized that carry. In the intestinal villi, they contain digested fats, fat soluble vitamins, hormones and so on. Now it helps in the filtration of the bacteria and foreign particles. Now it produces WBC and antibodies. Okay, this is the one. First I will rub this before. Okay. Now the functions. Now what are the functions? It is the middleman. Okay, it is the middleman. Now it will CO2, O2, nutrients, etc. To which they will give to cells from blood. Okay, from the blood it will give it has new CO2, nutrients and so on. Now from liver it gives proteins. Okay, from liver it gives proteins. Now from the villi it gives what it gives? It gives fats, that means lacteals, and hormones, and so on. Okay, lacteals and hormones. Now what it filters? It filters bacteria and other products, other particles. Okay, now it produces, okay, now it produces WBC as well as antibodies. Produce WBC and antibodies. Okay, what it produce? WBC and antibodies. Here it is wrong. Here it is WBC, not with C. Okay. These are the functions. Now we will see the next. Okay. Now we will see the disorders. Now we have came to the end of this chapter, that is disorders of circulatory system. This is the last part. Now we will see the disorders. First disorder is hypertension. That means high BP. Okay. First disorder is hypertension or high blood pressure. Now this is the normal blood pressure. This is the normal blood pressure. Now after crossing 80, it will go to the pre-hypertension. After that it is stage 1 at 140. And after stage 2, after stage 1 it will go above 160 degrees, 160 level. After 160 it will cross 180 also. It is stage, that means it is stage 1, it is stage 2, it is stage 0, you can say. That means at the beginning. After that it will cross, it is stage 3. After that the man will die. Because the blood, look here, it is 120, it crosses 120 also. So pressure of circulating blood on the walls of the blood vessels is called blood pressure. Now blood is going. First of all, this is the blood. Now it exerts the pressure on the wall. This is known as the blood pressure. So what is the definition? The pressure by the blood on the walls is called blood pressure. What is the normal blood pressure? It is 120/80. Now it includes systolic pressure. That means the pumping pressure. That means at a contraction level. After the diastolic pressure. That means 180 degrees. It is not 180, it is 80. So it is systolic but diastolic. Okay, pumping pressure is 120, the normal one. The systolic means, diastolic means 80. Okay, now we will see the next. Okay, the same they have given, the same diagram also. Okay. Okay. Now, when the blood pressure is higher than normal, it is called hypertension. Can it is saying higher than normal? It is called hypertension. Then, if an individual has blood pressure of 140/90 or above, it shows hypertension. So, if the person is 130/90, it is not hypertension. It is 140/90 or above. Now, it leads to the heart disease and affects vital organs. It affects heart diseases and affects vital organs like brain, kidney, and so on. Okay, this is the full. I think we have completed the high BP. Now we will see the same. Now they have given to reduce. To reduce when the BP is higher than normal, it is called hypertension. The same, but it is of different. 10 natural foods to lower blood pressure. Look here, they have given all. Okay, this is the second disease. Okay, first we will see about high BP. Okay, now we will see the points. Okay, we will see the points. Okay, we will see the points. Now, high blood pressure. Okay, high blood pressure. Now, high BP means the normal is 120/80 means normal level. Okay, it is normal. When it crosses 130/80, here they have given 580. We will see. It is not 580. It is 80. Okay. Now, when it is above normal, okay, above normal, it leads to the hypertension. Okay. Now, hypertension means the pressure, the normal blood pressure, it will leads to rise in the normal blood pressure. That means the how we can say, the blood is flowing in its way. Now the flow of the pressure will increase. It leads to the high blood pressure. Okay. It leads to the high blood pressure. Now, what is the condition? It is above 130/9. It is 140 or above. Okay. This is the one above 140/90 or greater than 1. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the high blood pressure. What it leads? Leads to heart diseases and affects what it affects? It affects vital organs. Okay, it affects vital organs. See the about the blood high BP. Okay, now we will see the coronary artery disease, that means CAD. Okay, I will say about CAD. Now here calcium, fat and cholesterol and fibers which are deposited in the coronary arteries. That means in the heart there are coronary arteries. In that it is normal one. This is the developed one, coronary artery disease. It makes the lumen of the arteries narrower and affects the blood supply. Look here this is look here the small area for the blood supply. Okay, for the blood supply it is not smaller, but it is not higher. Now this is the one. I think this is the last one. Okay. Now it is the acute pain due to O2 deficiency to the heart. Due to the oldness, the blood will carry less oxygen to the heart muscles. This is the deficiency of O2 to the heart. O2 deficiency to the heart muscles. It leads to the improper blood flow. And it is common among middle age and the elder people. So elder people have a less deficiency, less O2 content in the heart muscles and leads to the improper blood flow. Okay, so the angina pectoris. Now we will see the acute, that means heart failure. Now it is the inability of the heart to pump blood enough to meet the body. Now heart failure and heart attack are different. Now it is the inability of the heart. That means the heart has lost the ability to fulfill the needs of the body. It is known as heart failure. Congestion of lungs is the main symptom. That means in the lungs there are deficiency. It means due to the congestion of the lungs, that means they increase, they expand. So the heart will decrease. That is the main reason. Now the last one is cardiac arrest. Because here the heart will stop beating. Now heart attack, the last. Now it is sudden damage of the heart muscle. The heart muscle will stop damage. Why? Because the blood supply will lost and adequately. I think we have completed this lesson. Okay. Okay, we have completed this lesson. The last this is heart attack, and below this it is cardiac arrest, and below this it is the heart failure, and below this is the angina pectoris. Now I will write this all. Okay. Okay. The second one is, what is the second one? Second one is coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disorder. Why this happens? This happens due to the due to deposition of calcium, fat and so on. Now the second one is angina pectoris. Now the third one is the fourth one is heart failure. Okay. The fifth one is what? It is heart attack. or cardiac attack. Arrest. Okay, this is the okay guys, now we will provide a PDF to this. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel mahatmaacademy.com. Bye bye.